Some of you are still basking in this new year and basically how quickly we're halfway through the month of January. But let's not forget the dangers of COVID-19 still linger. Be safe while you go out to enjoy yourself. Remember the curfew time, social distancing, face masks. Just do the right thing as we try to eliminate the spread of the virus. Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Theodore Henry. This week on the program, we're joined by Dr. Janet Dyer, Managing Director of Heart NSTA, as she tells us about the new opportunities being offered at the institution. You don't want to miss it, so stay tuned.
We will overcome the threat.
The public health team began to develop protocols that would help to delay the entry of the virus into the country, contain its spread, and slow the transmission among the population.
We will be implementing an unprecedented $25 billion fiscal stimulus.
We remain committed to making this a decade of growth for Jamaica.
The 2020 Year in Review, January 4 to 26, 2021, Mondays to Fridays inside Jamaica Magazine. That's the 2020 Year in Review, building forward together.
The Heart NSTA Trust is a place of opportunities, especially for youth skilled workers. Whether you have little experience or no training, that is not an issue. You can learn. Just don't miss out on your next opportunity. Get the facts next.
Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm your host, Enthros Campbell. Today we'll be talking about skills training at Heart NSTA Trust. Our resource person is Managing Director, Dr. Janet Dyer. Dr. Dyer, welcome to the program. So good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Heart NSTA Trust, a name change, an addition to your portfolio. Tell us.
Okay, we were Heart NTA before, Heart Trust NTA before. Now, since the merger, where we have been merged with the Jamaican Foundation for Lifelong Learning, the National Youth Service, and the Apprenticeship Board, we have taken on the service component from the National Youth Service. So we are now the National Service and Training Agency. So we are no longer Heart Trust NTA, we are now Heart NSTA Trust.
Right.
You will notice that the trust is removed from before Heart and is at the end now to envelop the entire organization within the trust itself.
Yes, yes. Okay, now, does that mean additional programs?
Yes, it means additional programs. What the merger has done for us is allowed us to remove the duplications from the four entities.
Yes.
And to have a more seamless transition of our expanded services.
Excellent, excellent. Now, you've had to make some changes, I'm sure, because of the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. Talk to us about those changes.
Yes, March 10th was a pivotal day for us in the organization. Yes. And with that came the suspension of face-to-face training. With the suspension of face-to-face training, we were immediately plunged into what I call the age of technology within Heart, as we had to find innovative ways of ensuring that the students that we had in training were not just left there with their training needs not being addressed.
Right.
So we went to the distance modality. For those persons who had internet access at home, they were able to access the classes on the various platforms. For those who did not have that kind of access,
yes,
we went back into, we went back into the archives and went back to that modality where we actually printed the information.
Yes.
And for those students who were able to pick it up from our security gates, they did that. For those who could not, through our career development officers and our drivers at the institution, we took the information to them.
Right, right. So did this require some kind of training for your tutors?
Yes, we had to do a lot of training in the technological component for our instructors.
Yes, yes.
We partnered with the Commonwealth of Learning and was able to do training using distance modality for over 200 of our instructors.
Yes, yes.
And this came in very handy because we are a skills-based training entity. And a lot of our instructors had the technical skills, but not the technology component of it.
Right.
So we were able to capacitate them with that component of it to continue training.
Right, excellent. So are you considering keeping some of these new training ideas and methods?
Yes, the world has gone technology.
Yes, yes.
And for us at Heart, we will continue to use these innovative ways that we have developed, even post-COVID. Our key performance indicators for the coming year, one of the most critical ones that we have there is that all programs that we offer will now have at least 50% of that program being offered
online. But don't we have issues with people who still can't access the technology because they don't have a computer, or they don't have bandwidth, or
Okay, for those our institutions, we have gone and we have partnered with the National Works Agency to ensure that adequate bandwidth is there for our institutions. We have also gone to the extent where through small welfare activities, our trainees who do not own a computer, we have tried to ensure that as much as possible, we are able to help them in accessing an equipment that they can use to do their studies. We have also equipped our computer labs with more computers.
Okay.
And our instructional staff also, we have now ensured that they have at least a tablet so they can communicate with the students.
Excellent. Talk to us now about some of the courses that you offer and some new ones that are coming on stream.
Okay, and the newest that is coming on stream for us now is our partnership with VCOM College out of Canada.
Yes.
We are a member of World Skills International. Yes. And with that, we attended the World Skills competition in Russia in 2019. We learned a lot of new skills there. One of them that we took on was the optoelectronic technology, where the organization is now in a position to train optoelectronic technicians.
Right.
So for all those entities out there with their LED lighting and their stage lighting and the running lights on the vehicles, we are now in a position to train persons to install and do repairs on those kind of lighting.
Oh, excellent. What is the qualification for that, the entry?
Okay, the organization itself does not ask for entry requirements anymore. The merger allowed us to become that total training entity for all Jamaicans, wherever you are, whatever stage you are. You come to us, we do a diagnostic evaluation, and based on that evaluation, we'll place you in the stream that you are. If you need literacy and numeracy, we'll place you in literacy and numeracy. If you are someone with some intellectual disabilities, we'll place you in our empowerment program.
Excellent.
If you are someone with disability, we place you in the program that treats with persons with disability. If you are at the level to go into our skills training program, you are placed there. If you are a retiree who wants a career change and needs to be certified in another area, we provide that.
Okay.
If you have been working in industry without certification, we have put in 4 new assessment centers. We have accessorized ourselves with a mobile learning and assessment coach in addition to our recruitment coaches. So we can go into the nooks and crannies of Jamaica to ensure that our Jamaicans get the skills and the certification they need to leapfrog into the world of work post-COVID.
Yes. There is a class, there's a program for everyone at Heart NSTA Trust. We take a quick break now. We'll come back with more useful information. Please stay with us.
Jamaica and its workforce are advancing quickly. Life-changing opportunities are arising. You need training and support. We are the renewed Heart NSTA Trust, committed to providing new and emerging skills training and opportunities. Come to Heart. We'll help you claim your place in the workforce of the future.
Welcome back to Get the Facts. We're talking with Dr. Janet Dyer, Managing Director at the Heart NSTA Trust. Thank you so much for staying with us. Let us talk a little bit more about some of the other programs that you have now.
Okay, other programs that we have now goes into the technology realm. We are in partnership with the Amber Group now for our first ever coding course.
Okay.
And this coding course will allow, in the initial phase, 60 of our students to do an in-depth course in coding, after which they will intern with the Amber Group, and these 60 students are guaranteed employment.
Right. How long is the training?
They will do 6 months of intense training, then another 6 months of internship, after which they will go into regular employment.
Tell us a little bit more about the Amber. The
Amber Group is a Jamaican group with international reach. They focus on technology and the various technologies.
Yes.
So they are partnering with us at the Heart NSTA Trust and the Hope Program.
Okay.
To ensure that our young Jamaicans get the opportunity to be trained in the science of coding.
Right. Any other programs?
Yes. We have mechatronics now being done at our Chocolate Hole facility in Junction St. Elizabeth.
Yes.
In addition to the mechatronics, we have robotics there. We are now preparing for water technology. And for the water technology, that is a program that we are also doing in conjunction with our partners from China.
So what is mechatronics?
Oh, mechatronics is the art of electrical and engineering, putting all of that together to create more of a process environment, similar to what is used at the bottling companies and the PepsiCo and those places. So we are doing that. We started out in partnership with the Caribbean Maritime University.
Yes.
But now we have our own equipment and we are now conducting those training. Right. There are other programs also that are what I would call older programs that we have been doing. But the technological components that have been added to this program to advance them. Plumbing is one example. We are now partnering with COLA to ensure that the advances in plumbing, you know, the one that you talk to the toilet and it does what it needs to do to get that training. They're actually partnering with us to furnish our plumbing lab at the Portmore Academy, the Hart College of Construction Services. So we'll be able to offer those training. We are offering training from the electronic side into cabling. So we're training cable operators. From construction, we're doing drywall installation. And recently I met with a company that is now partnering with us to do something that is called Verticalis, which in construction we build those on the sides of the building for persons to be able to wash windows and all those. Well, this new technology is one where the persons won't need to do that, but they will be strapped into something similar to a parachute where they can literally climb the walls and do that kind of work.
Interesting.
Right. And tourism, is one of our mature programs. So we are looking at the advances in tourism to ensure that post-COVID, our persons are not left behind. They are able to move into all the mega trends that are out there in tourism very seamlessly.
So the first thing to do is probably to come in and do a test, and then you'll place people. What are the fees like?
Heart fees, heart training is free.
Yes.
Persons who come in for the training between levels 1 and 3, they pay a miscellaneous fee, and that miscellaneous fee is less than $3,000. And for the programs at the higher levels, levels 4 and above, these programs are subsidized by heart to the tune of 80%. Right. So the trainee will pay just 20% of the cost.
Right. All right. So I'm a young person. I'm out there now. I'm trying to find probably a job. I want to become an entrepreneur. Tell us what advice would you give to those persons?
Okay, come to us at Heart. We now have 15 parish offices and 6 regional offices. We have a unit that speaks to entrepreneurship, a unit that speaks to persons wanting to do the on-the-job training, the apprenticeship component of it. So if you come to us, for those who want to be entrepreneurs, we do the training. We help you to do a business plan. Within the organization itself, we have an MSME grant that persons can apply for. We have the trainee startup programs. At our institutions, we have incubators where students who have completed the training and wants to be an entrepreneur, we allow them to use our incubation space until they're able to move on. For those who get the startup, we work with them for an additional 24 months to ensure that whatever they are doing becomes sustained.
Yes.
And for those persons who do not want to come into an institution, but they want the training, they come to us we now call it the traineeship program, where we do the National Service Corps training component that speaks to the employability skills. How do you handle yourself in the workplace? And then we place you on the job. While on the job, you are monitored, your assessments are done, and we do not leave you until you're certified and into employment.
Excellent.
So that's why the new repurposed Heart now is that training entity that works with you from you express an intent to be trained all the way to certification and employment.
Tell us how we get to you.
Okay, you can get to us on any of our social media pages. We have an app that is out there. It's called the Heart and the Go app. You can go to the Google Play Store, download it. You can use that app to apply. Once you apply and you start a training course, you can track your progress on that app all the way up to certification. Wow. So if you're not able to get us on the social media sites, also, like I said before, there are 15 parish offices. We have 15 because we have broken the parish of St. Catherine in 2 because of the size.
Yes.
So there are 15 parish offices and 6 regional offices.
Dr. Dyer, thank you so very much for the work you're doing at Heart, and we look forward to speaking with you again about some more of your interesting programs.
Thank you.
This has been Get the Facts, and our guest was Dr. Janet Dyer, Managing Director at the Heart NSTA Trust. For more information on Heart NSTA Trust skills training opportunities, please contact their website at www.heart-nsta.org or call them at 888-432-6678. Until next time, when Get the Facts brings you more useful information, I'm Rose Campbell. Take good care.
To properly carry out a hand rub, Apply a palmful of the product in your cupped hand, covering all surfaces. Rub your hands palm to palm. Rub your right palm over the back of your left hand with interlaced fingers and vice versa. Rub your hands palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Rub the back of your fingers to opposing palms with fingers interlocked. Rotationally rub backwards and forwards the clasped fingers of your right hand in your left palm and vice versa. Once your hands are dry, they are now safe.
Jury duties have been suspended since March of last year but are now set to resume in February. If you were summoned and affected by the suspension, watch this next feature to find out if and when you need to show up for duty.
Due to the coronavirus pandemic, jury trials were suspended in March 2020 when Jamaica recorded its first case. But that is set to change starting February 2021. Jury trials are to resume on a phased basis for the Home Circuit Court and some rural circuit courts of the Hillary term. Jurors can be assured that all COVID-19 guidelines outlined by the Ministry of Health and Wellness will be followed while they are in the precincts of the courts. With the exception of death penalty cases, jury trials will proceed at courts that can accommodate jurors with adequate space for physical distancing to prevent the spread of COVID-19. In the Kingston Home Circuit Court, jurors are not required to attend until February 12, 2021. In St. Catherine, if you were summoned for jury duty for the period January 7 to 22 or January 25 to February 12, you are not to attend until February 15, 2021 when jury trials are to resume. Jurors in Westmoreland, Portland, and Trelawney, who were summoned for the period February 8 to March 5, are to attend for duties as scheduled. If you are from the parish of St. James and you are summoned for the period January 7 to February 5, you are not required to attend until March 8, 2021. Jurors in the parishes of Hanover, St. Elizabeth, and St. Mary, who were summoned for the period March 8 to 26, are to attend for duties. In parishes where no jury trials will occur for the periods I just indicated, those cases that can proceed without a jury are going to proceed. Jurors summoned for court in parishes where there are no jury trials are not required to attend and are excused without any risks of penalties. There are also several other conditions you need to be mindful of where jury trials are concerned. No cases with more than 2 defendants jointly indicted for the offense will be heard. Trials with 3 or more defendants are to take place only if the judge is satisfied that trial can proceed without violating the health guidelines governing access to all courts of Jamaica. These guidelines cover factors such as the number of attorneys representing the Crown and defense, the number of witnesses, whether the defendants can be accommodated in the courtroom, whether the evidence is to be given orally, remotely, and/or by agreed statements of agreed facts, and any other factor which appears to the judge to be relevant. In order to accommodate jury trials, the judiciary will be using 2 courtrooms to hear a single matter. They will also be transferring matters that would usually be dealt with at the parish courts to outstations to facilitate physical distancing. If you want to know more, contact the Court Administration Division at 876-613-8800 or visit their website at www.cad.gov.jm.
Informing.
Jamaica today confirmed its first imported case of coronavirus.
Educating.
If you follow the recommended procedures, it is highly likely that you will not get the disease.
Going beyond to keep you informed and connected.
Welcome to Get the Facts.
Even through the pandemic. Helping you stay safe while we protect ourselves. Dependable. Impactful. Accurate.
This is your JIS News.
Credible. Trustworthy. Every day, everywhere. Serving our customers proudly.
Glaucoma is a group of eye diseases that mainly affect people who are middle-aged or older, but it can affect anyone at any age. It is said to be the second leading cause of blindness and usually starts with a loss of peripheral vision. Glaucoma is caused by damage to the optic nerve so that the brain isn't able to receive images from the eyes. There are two types of glaucoma. Primary open-angle glaucoma, where pressure inside the eye increases on its own and damages the optic nerve, and secondary glaucoma, where another disease causes the pressure in the eye to increase and, you guessed it, it results in optic nerve damage. If you do have glaucoma, I empathize with you, but remember it can be treated. So visit your ophthalmologist, get your eyes checked, and stay glaucoma-free so you can see clearly to help make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
Join us on January 21 to see how the Ministry of Housing, Urban Renewal, Environment and Climate Change leveraged partnerships to advance Jamaica's development agenda in 2020. That's highlights of the year that was in the Ministry of Housing, Urban Renewal, Environment and Climate Change. January 21, right here on this station.
Practice good hygiene by washing your hands frequently using soap and water. Here's how you should do it while conserving water. Turn on the tap to wet your hands, then turn off the pipe. Lather your hands and the tap with soap. Turn on the tap and wash your hands, back, front, and in between fingers. Use some of the water to wash off the tap, then turn it off. Dry your hands with disposable hand towels. If you don't have running water, use a hand rub containing 62% or more alcohol. If hand sanitizers are not available, rubbing alcohol, Dettol, white rum, or household bleach will do the trick. And if all else fails, let hand washing and the handling of potable water be a two-person event. Each person will take turns pouring and washing hands with sitting water. Now is a good time to consider installing a tap on your containers to reduce the risk of water contamination. Faucets can be easily attached to drums, buckets, or 5-gallon water bottles. And to ensure that the outside of the containers are clean when recapping, disinfect it with hand rub containing alcohol that's 62% or more. The 5 R's of water conservation are also necessary to practice. Reduce water wastage by investing in water-saving devices. Reuse water at least twice before discarding. Replace leaking pipes, faucets, and other plumbing equipment. Recycle wastewater and use it for gardening, car washing, or cleaning of public spaces. And reclaim water through rainwater harvesting. We all must play our part to ensure there's water to combat the coronavirus and stave off prolonged drought.
This is where the magazine ends for today, but if you would like to see more content like this, then visit our YouTube page. We also have all the latest news and updates on our social media pages and our website, jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire production crew, I am Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.